So I've been taking the time for the past couple of days, just to stay in bed a little bit longer. I feel like when I get up too early, I burn out a little bit earlier. So yeah, so I just really want to talk to y'all about something that I feel as though very, very, very important. And if you haven't pre-saved Ain't No Lover Boy FR, go ahead and pre-save it for me. We're doing big things in the Lions Den. We are 8 days away, really 7 days, probably like 18, 17 hours and some change away. Being the fact that I experienced this year, when people feel as though they're not able to control you, they start to lie. They start to defamate your name. Honestly, and before they even realize they can't control you, people will perceive you as a threat. You know what I mean? People will perceive you as a threat. All just by you being you. All just by you being comfortable in your skin and you being you, people will perceive you as a threat, you know? So once people perceive you as a threat and once people feel as though they have you figured out or whatever it may come down to, they do a lot of different things. They try to shut you up. They try to tell people you're crazy. They try to tell people you're mentally unstable. They tell people you're on drugs. They try to tell people any different type of thing they, feel like people will listen to. And I'm only telling y'all this because I want y'all to really hear me out, guys. I want y'all to really hear me out and hear what I'm saying because I've experienced it. As a person who my mother and my stepfather and even my family, to a certain degree, felt as though they're intimidated by me. They find me to be very much so unpredictable, but it's like I'm unpredictable to predictable bitches, you know? I'm unpredictable to a bunch of predictable bitches. And you know me, bitches is plural. I keep saying that. I keep saying bitches is plural. Duh, it's plural. Bitches means gender neutral. Gender neutral. To me, bitch is a boy or a girl. That's just terminology, all right? So when people perceive you as a threat, and we can even see this with people now, when people perceive you as a threat, they're going to lie on you. They're going to tell people, all different types of things. And I know from firsthand experience because, like I just told y'all, my family, they are intimidated by me. They find me to be very much so unpredictable. And it's not that I'm unpredictable. It's just that they are very predictable. And when people want to figure you out, when they can't figure you out, they try to put you in a box. And once people can't put you in a box and they can't figure you out, they start to do crazy ass shit. They start to, say a lot of different things against your name. They try to say you're crazy, you're on drugs, you're this, you're having this type of rant, you're going through this. Whole time they've been provoking the bear the whole time, and I've lived through that. I've lived through that. So we can even see that with other people. These people aren't crazy. People sit back and they do certain things to people over and over and over. And once a person says, "Hold, don't play with me like that. Hold, I'm not playing with you. You're going to respect me." It's a problem. Now I'm the problem. And it gets down to that. It gets down to that. I feel as though what my family did to me earlier this year, which is the reason why I'm taking him to court right now, it gives very much conservatorship. Oh, we're going to shut him up because we see him working on some things and we don't want him to talk about his childhood and have the image of us looking bad. That's all it boiled down to. So we're going to go up here and tell that judge that he's on drugs, he's a prostitute, and we're also going to tell them that he's mentally unstable because we don't want everybody to know how we treated him as a child. We don't want everybody to know that, and we don't, he's making big moves and stuff. But we want to shut him up. See, stuff like that happens on corporate levels and minor levels. You know what I mean? But I'm grateful that it happened now because years later, I would have rustled and tussled them. I would have took my mom and my stepdaddy up through there. I would have took them all up through there. And just to sit back and just to see, it's not just me. Like, I'm not gonna even lie. When the police came and picked me up and snatched me out of my house and told me I had to go to the mental hospital, at first I was like, damn, woe is me. Like, why me? Why me? But that's just a tactic that people do. I'm not the only person people try to call crazy or the only person people try to say we're on drugs. That's just what people do when they find you as a threat. when they feel as though that they can't contain you and they want to put you in a box, they're going to lie. What's that look like? They're going to satellite your name, and there's no play. And that's a joking terminology, but it's serious. It's very much so serious. When people feel as though they can't control you, they will go to hell and back. Whether it's a lie, whether it's and listen. Maybe you just don't find yourself that much of a threat. If you feel like you walk in the room and people aren't threatened by you, you won't just understand what I'm talking about. Maybe you haven't tapped into your purpose just yet. But once you tap into your purpose and you really start telling people, you're not going to play with me, I will be respected, you will watch your mouth around me, some people can't take that. They get loose. So maybe you haven't tapped into that, so you don't know exactly what I'm talking about. But when you do get in your purpose, when you do something that people feel as though you can't do, you will get it. This whole ideology that and what really propelled me to even come on here is just realizing that I'm not the only person that people have tried to make seem to be crazy, or all because they can't control them, or all because this, that, and the third, all because people want to have the certain perception of someone, to write them out as crazy, or just like mentally unstable, or on their own drugs. Why everybody got to be on drugs? Why everybody got to be on drugs? Why everybody got to be unstable? Why can't some people just want to stick up for themselves and be like, hold on, play with me? And why can't some people just have character and personality? Why it always got to be drugs? Why we got to sit up here and try to make people seem like they're not who they are when we know who they are? Anybody who has built the army for themselves, people are going to try to, when you got to the top by yourself and you built what you had by yourself, people are going to try to knock you down. People going to try to knock you down. They're going to say a plethora of different things. But it's up to me, and it's up to you, whoever you are. I don't give a damn, but it's really up to me, because I'm talking about myself right now. It's really up to me to know, don't let them knock me down. It's really up to me to know that they only said those type of things because they found me intimidating. They only said those type of things because they couldn't control me. They only said those type of things because I have my own community and my own team over here that keeps me going without them. You know what I mean? That's why they say that. And if you get what I'm saying, we see that on a big picture today. We see that on a big picture today with people saying that this person, like mentally unstable. It's like, nah, that taught me so much. They taught me so much. But I'm glad I went through it now. Because if I can't even get it out. If it would have been years later, I would have took everybody up through there. I would have been folding people up like lawn chairs, like them church chairs. I wouldn't be playing on my mama, because it can get very much upstate of South Carolina, professional or not, celebrity or not, influencer or not, singer or not. It can get very much back where I came from. Yeah, it gets very much crazy around here. That's something, it just clicked, it just hit me like, wow. That's what they do. When they find you intimidating, when they can't control you, when they can't control your foundation because they didn't build your foundation. You built your foundation. I'm talking about, when I say you, I'm talking about me. I'm talking about me. That's just how we talk and where I'm from. They can't control you, so they want to shut you up. They want to say, oh, he's crazy. Oh, yeah, she's crazy. Or they want to say, oh, yeah, she's mentally unstable. Oh, yeah, she's on that coat. He's on that coat. Oh, she's on them. Girl, ain't nobody. Stop damn playing with people. Everybody, yeah, as a person who people used to try me, and I used to let them slide and let them slide and let them slide. And then when I would bark, I'm the one that's in the wrong now. Stop playing with people. Stop playing with y'all. Think just because people be by themselves, because people leave, that something's wrong with them. Maybe I just don't. Maybe people just don't want to be bothered. Maybe I just don't want to be around you. Maybe you just not my cup of tea. But the allegations that people be making when they can't get in your business, the whole he or she psycho, he or she got to be on drugs, or he or she, bitch your mama. Girl, if you don't shut up talking to me, stop playing with people like that. Stop playing with people like that. And it gets down to a bigger level. Like I say, I'm glad it happened now. If you get me, you get me. I'm glad it happened now. I'm glad it happened this year. Because I would have took them up through there. I'm still taking them to court, but I really would have took them up through there for real. But it ain't just me. It's plenty of people who people have tried to deem as crazy. It's plenty of people who people have tried to say, I don't know, this, that, and the third. So it's not just me. So I can't just be, why me? But I will come on here and let the folks know what it is. They doing that to you. They going around trying to, talk bad of your name, say you ain't this, say you ain't that. They find they're jealous of you. And if you don't feel like nobody's jealous of you, tap into your purpose. Get on your mission. Get on your grind. You're going to see. Folks going to start being jealous of you. You're going to see. This is how it goes. And it's also about levels that you're doing it. When you're reaching something like I'm reaching, the visibility. This is worldwide visibility. To somebody who said I wasn't gonna be shit, that eats them up. They get hysterical. They get the hysterical. Wow, he's becoming shit. Let me try to stop him. And a lot of times things happen, because I'm not gonna lie. When them officers came and snatched me up out of my house, they took away my rights. And I'm like, I'm 24 years old. You gonna try to tell me that my mama and stepdaddy, who I don't deal with, who made an observation about my life, had the right to go up there to a judge, and the judge gonna sign a paper, and I ain't got no choice, but I have to go? What's up, Kelly Martin? Kelly Maria. Oh, Kelly, I know I'm right, baby. I know I'm right, Kelly. I ain't telling no lie. I'm telling you from personal experience, Kelly. Personal experience, I'm telling you. When I come on here, Lions, when I come on here, talking to my people, I don't just be saying nothing. I be saying it from personal experience. It's firsthand experience. A lot of folks just get on here and talk. I get on here and talk about the things I've lived through. So if you hear me talking about blase, it ain't just airhead talk. It's real deal because I done lived through it or seen it or been through it. So yeah, I know I'm right, baby. I know I'm right. We're 8 days away. We're 8 days away from the release of Ain't No Lover Boy FR. All right? We 8 days away. So I know the fact, we 8 days away. We doing big things in the Lions Den. Y'all should know more of these lives are coming. We just getting behind the truth, behind the scenes. You just know how we doing it. I'm just letting it be, letting it be known. It's all real. It's all organic. Everything is over here. Everything is popping. I love you, Lions. Keep it hot. Keep it stay safe outside the den. I'll see y'all later in Abontoir.